So why are you suddenly more anxious? Are you irritable, having poor sleep, having more anxiety? It could be your progesterone. So we're talking a lot about perimenopause, and perimenopause, one of the first things to decline is progesterone. Part of this is because you're not ovulating as often, and with that comes we don't have a luteal phase where we have this nice rise in progesterone. Because of that, oftentimes women are more irritable, they're having trouble sleeping, and progesterone really is one of these balancing hormones. So we also see often heavier cycles or longer cycles in this period because estrogen might still be there, and estrogen is signaling the endometrial lining to grow. And if we don't have progesterone there to put the brakes on it, again, we get the heavier cycles. If the cycles become longer, we get more growth of the endometrial lining. So that can be a problem. So we really need to look at progesterone as one of our first places we start with patients. Sometimes we can optimize that with herbs. I love using chaste tree. I also love maca in some patients, but it's going to depend on what their whole clinical picture is, because maca sometimes isn't great for people with history of PCOS insulin resistance. But progesterone is a key to support mood stability, sleep, and nervous regulation in our patients. One of the best ways to support this, if we need to use actual bioidentical hormones, is actually using oral progesterone. And the reason for using oral progesterone versus topical progesterone is that oral progesterone, when we swallow it, it gets absorbed, but it goes through our liver very quickly in something called the first pass effect. And then we get metabolites. And these metabolites are actually the ones that produce the calming anti-anxiety effect because they're GABAergic. So they're working on those GABA and calming receptors in the body. So the great thing about this is that you can get this from the pharmacy. You can actually get 100 or 200 milligrams prescribed by a provider, and you can also get it compounded if you need a different dose. But most of the time, 100, 200, that's where the data is, and that's really where our patients do well with and adding that. Sometimes we use combination hormone therapy, but if someone's estrogen levels are still great and they just need some additional support during this time of progesterone starting to decline, a lot of times that's where we start. So if you're interested in learning more about hormones, about perimenopause in general, please comment below with the word harmony, and we will send you more information so that you can be informed and help understand how your body is working at this period in time and what you can do to take charge and learn more about how you can be optimized.